My first question for the people out there who don't know you, how'd you guys end up meeting and starting this band?
Oh my gosh.
Our favorite question of all time.
We rock, paper, scissors of who has to answer this question a lot of the time.
You can do it.
We met... We were at a college house show. Noah's other band was playing, and I was in the audience, and they ended a song, and my friend and I were going to go outside to smoke, and so Noah was literally in the crowd basement, the closest person to me, and I said, hey, do you have a lighter? And he's like, has his guitar, and I'm like, what? No.
Like mid-song? You're like,
yeah, I was like about to start the next song.
It was a long pause. I would never interrupt in the middle. Right. But he gave me a bottle of wine instead, and then I was like, this guy's cool. I'll take that bargain.
Yeah.
And then
but anyway, we just started talking afterwards, and then she promised to make my band a music video because she was doing production major.
Digital media production.
Digital media.
Shout out to all y'all.
Oh,
yeah. And so we were like, sweet, we're like a nobody band. Like, sure, we'll do a video with you. And then she started hanging out, and we found out she had some songs. And I was like, why don't we just try to like play some of your own songs? And it kind of branched off from there.
I know like your music deals with a lot of anxiety and like young emotions and things like that, but it also has like a little bit of a feminist theme to it. And one song, I think you said, it's hard being a punk with a skirt on or something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. How do you feel about it right now? Do you feel like you've been accepted, or you feel like you are able to be creative?
I think like right now is an incredible time to be like a woman in music, but I also think that like women have been ruling punk for a really long time, and I think sometimes now people are like, oh yes, right now is the best time for women in music, and they forget like Riot Girl in the 90s, and the fact that like Sister Rosetta Tharpe literally invented like the rock and roll style of guitar playing that we all use today, like in like the 50s.
Was it like intentional to have a two-piece band, or were you just kind of like felt right and you just stayed with it, or did you go out thinking you wanted to be a two-piece?
We were kind of just like working with what we had at the time, I think.
Yeah.
It was just Noah and I, and like I had never been in a band before and was like kind of intimidated by the idea of like playing with like a bunch of new people. And I think the idea of just playing with one person was like doable in my head. I was like, okay, if we can get in sync, then we're good. And so like at the start it was just us, but then it just continued to be just us, and I don't know, it was fun. It felt good.
I don't know. I feel like we didn't even really think about it. It was kind of like, oh, this is working. We like it. This is fun. And we took on the challenge of like, let's add some more amps instead of more people or something.
Yeah.
And let's get a louder kit. And so we kind of were like, let's take this two-piece to a challenge and try to like figure it out. But now we're like, as the four-piece on this tour, we're like, we can do that now. And it's kind of
So
cool.
fun.
And it's fun because
yeah.
we're just so in sync with each other. We were kind of like, let's challenge ourselves.
Next week it'll be like a 10-string orchestra.
An orchestra, for
Let's
sure.
go up another level.
Some yodelers in the back for good measure.
Didgeridoos.
Yeah, the real challenge.
What's nice thing about two people in a band is there's less people to vote on things, so you
True.
can kind of get things done quicker, I feel.
True, and we have a good balance. Like I'm a Leo and Noah's a Capricorn, and so I think we, I don't know, have a good like we know our strengths and weaknesses, and we know like what the other one is better at, and we're good at like just hammering stuff together in that way.
Yeah.